King Alfred the Great. Hi everyone. Today we're going back more than 11 centuries to explore the life of a man who shaped the very idea of England. King Alfred the Great. Alfred was born in the year 849 in Wantage, a small village in Berkshire. He was the youngest son of King Ethelwulf of Wessex and Queen Osburh. Being the youngest, no one expected Alfred to inherit the throne. In fact, Alfred's early life was shaped not by politics but by learning and faith. He traveled to Rome as a child, where Pope Leo IV is said to have blessed him, and he grew up with a deep appreciation for learning, religion, and leadership. But the world Alfred was born into was dangerous. England was not a united country. Instead, it was divided into smaller Anglo-Saxon kingdoms: Northumbria, Mercia, East Anglia, and Wessex. For decades, Viking armies, known as the Great Heathen Army, raided these kingdoms, burning villages, enslaving people, and demanding tribute. By the time Alfred reached adulthood, much of England had fallen under Viking control. In 871, after the death of his elder brother, King Ethelred, Alfred was crowned King of Wessex. He was just 21 years old, and his kingdom was the last stronghold of the Anglo-Saxons. Almost immediately, he faced relentless Viking attacks. Alfred fought 9 battles that same year, with mixed results, but he refused to surrender his lands. Then came Alfred's darkest moment. In 878, the Viking leader Guthrum launched a surprise attack during the winter, capturing much of Wessex. Alfred was forced to retreat with only a small group of followers, hiding in the marshes of Athelney in Somerset. For months, the king lived like a fugitive, moving through swamps and forests, planning his counterattack. This is where one of Alfred's most famous legends was born: the story of the burnt cakes. According to folklore, while in hiding, Alfred stayed at a peasant woman's hut. She asked him to watch over her baking, but distracted by his troubles, Alfred let the cakes burn. The woman scolded him, unaware that the man she was yelling at was the King of Wessex. This tale may be more myth than fact, but it shows the human side of Alfred's struggle. A king reduced to nothing, yet determined to rise again. Alfred rebuilt his forces, rallying loyal warriors and preparing for a decisive strike. Later that year, he confronted Guthrum at the Battle of Edington. The fight was fierce, but Alfred's disciplined army defeated the Vikings. Guthrum was forced to accept peace, retreat from Wessex, and even undergo baptism, with Alfred himself serving as his godfather. This victory was a turning point. Alfred fortified Wessex, building a system of burhs, fortified towns connected by roads, so that no Viking army could easily overrun his kingdom again. He also reorganized his military, creating a standing army and a navy, laying the foundation for England's first real defense system. But Alfred was not only a warrior king, he was a visionary. He believed that strength came not just from weapons but from wisdom. He brought scholars from across Europe to his court, translated important Latin texts into Old English, and made education accessible to his people. He even wrote parts of his kingdom's law code himself, blending justice with Christian principles. By the time of his death in 899, Alfred had transformed Wessex from a fragile kingdom on the brink of collapse into a secure and thriving realm. He had stopped the Viking advance and planted the seeds of a united England, which his descendants would later complete. Alfred remains the only English monarch ever given the title the Great, a testament to his unmatched legacy as both a warrior and a scholar. More than 1,000 years later, Alfred's memory lives on as the king who refused to bow to invaders, rebuilt his land from ashes, and championed learning and justice for his people. If you enjoyed this story of King Alfred the Great, please like this video, share it with your friends, and follow for more incredible stories from history.